Strength to strength for the markets today, but over the next 30 minutes, that's exactly what we'll be doing. We'll be discussing the top 5 market headlines, and our experts will be answering all of your stock queries as well. Joining us this evening to discuss all of this is Angel Broking's Mayuresh Joshi and technical expert Ashwini Gujral. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining in on the show. Before we get to you and start discussing some queries, Prashant, it turned out... All right, well, let's get to the second headline of the day now. We have metal stocks which were really the star performers in today's trade. The Nifty Metal Index itself was up 4%, led by stocks such as Hindalco, JSW Steel and Tata Steel, which were all up anywhere between 3 to 6%. We have a query coming in on this. Our viewer Junaid K from Hyderabad has sent us a question on Vedanta, 1,000 shares which he bought at 201. And he's been holding them for 1.5 years. He's a long-term investor. Should he hold or sell? Well, Mayuresh, what would you recommend?
Evening, Ekta. Again, I think out of the entire metals pack, Vedanta is one stock that we would still continue to prefer over the longer period of time. The different subsets, specifically the zinc business, is expected to do well, and you're not seeing a lot of volatility in terms of zinc realizations, at least at this point of time. So all the rhetoric related to trade wars and what you probably saw in terms of price realizations for a lot of metals, including aluminium, steel, probably coming down in terms of LME prices. Zinc has largely stabilized. So I think zinc business should hold on, both in terms of supply still remaining patchy and realizations expected to remain strong. The aluminium part of the business is somewhere where the realizations, at least for Q4, can be a little bit patchy. But going forward, with a lot of mines expected to come through and the integration coming through with mines that are expected to be commercialized, can be a big winner for Vedanta. The oil and gas business, again, I think the kind of capex that they've done and the optimization, again, the cost of production is far lower at this point of time. So apart from the caveat of the PSE, which is the contract with the government at this point of time, the oil and gas business should also contribute along with the healthy balance sheet that it carries. So yes, I think maintain my positive view. The investor can clearly hold on to the stock.
Okay, we got a question from Venkatachalam, who wants to buy Yes Bank. He's a long-term investor, and he wants to put in 3 lakh rupees into Yes Bank. At what level should he do this, is his question. First of all, let's ask Mayuresh whether one should. Mayuresh, your view on Yes Bank?
So Prashant, positive view again, and what probably transpired a couple of quarters back in terms of the divergence with the RBI, elevated NPAs, elevated credit costs, it should largely be behind the bank at this point of time. Going ahead again, the expectations of the provision coverage ratio improving, along with what you've probably seen in terms of topping off in terms of credit costs, along with stability achieved in GNPAs and net NPAs, should give that respite on NIMs and spreads. So a large element in terms of them building their CASA book, and specifically in terms of their advances remaining extremely strong at 25-30%, with good capital adequacy, at least at this point of time, to suffice for the next few quarters, it should hold the bank in good stead, both from an ROA and an ROE perspective. So declines in a staggered way is something that I'll put forth the argument for the investor to invest in this stock, but I remain very, very positive over the next 12 to 15 months.
Okay, all right. We have a query coming in now. We have Pannalal Sinha, who has 300 shares of JSW Energy, which was bought at 85 rupees a share. He bought the stock 2 years back and wants to know what he should do now. So he's bought 300 shares at 85 rupees each. Mayuresh, what would you recommend?
Hold on, because what has happened in terms of the long-term PPAs has shown definite signs of improvement, 69% at the end of Q3, and expected to go up to around 72, 74, with 200 megawatts of Punjab expected to get signed up. The other element in terms of their debt portion coming down significantly by 2,500 crores in the 9 months at 518, along with reduction of receivables by 26 odd days, is a key positive. The net debt to equity stands around 1.1 time, which is also very, very commendable considering the kind of business activities that it is into. And the fourth element probably in terms of the coal linkage, specifically for its plants under the Shakti scheme, whether it's Vijayanagar or the other plant, I think that should probably augur well in terms of the blended unit cost of imported coal actually coming down. So large element in terms of earnings parameters improving, with realizations expected to show a steady trend, along with strong balance sheet dynamics, favors the valuations and earnings profile. So yes, a clear hold from my side.
Okay,
And on that note, we're going to thank our guests this afternoon as well, this evening as well, Ashwini as well as Mayuresh. And